Do you guys still talk, or is it kind of a little resistance right now because...
I ain't spoke with him in about a month.
Oh.
Maybe about a month.
The Lil Wayne Birdman fallout went far beyond money and contracts. After allegations that Birdman put a hit on Wayne, newly surfaced footage now suggests Wayne was ready to retaliate. What began as a mentor relationship spiraled into something dangerous, and this is where it all started. The bus shooting that changed everything. April 26, 2015 began like any other concert date. Lil Wayne performed at Compound nightclub in Atlanta. What happened next became one of hip-hop's most controversial incidents. Wayne's 2 tour buses carrying 12 people were fired upon on I-285 North around 3:30 a.m. Shots from .40 caliber and 9mm handguns damaged both buses, but miraculously, no one was injured. The shooter was Jimmy Pee Wee Roscoe Winfrey Young Thug's tour manager and a YSL-affiliated Bloods gang member. Police had escorted the buses due to threats at the venue, where Winfrey was spotted with an assault rifle in a white 2015 Chevrolet Camaro. Winfrey had threatened Wayne directly, saying, "This my city, keep around, I'll spray the bus." After the police escort ended near Atlanta Road, Winfrey pulled alongside the buses and fired multiple rounds. He fled, hiding the Camaro at a relative's garage and attempting to delete an Instagram photo of it. Then he fled to Miami. That same night, Young Thug was booed off stage in New Orleans with chants for Wayne. On July 30th, 2015, Winfrey was indicted in Cobb County on 30 counts, including 3 RICO violations, 8 Street Gang Terrorism Act violations, 12 aggravated assaults, 2 criminal damage to property, 1 firearm possession during felony, and 2 firearm possession by felon. But the indictment named 2 other people as unindicted co-conspirators, Birdman and Young Thug. Prosecutors alleged Winfrey acted on Young Thug's threats for gang status and pay. The motive? Wayne's $51 million lawsuit threatened Cash Money's empire, and Birdman allegedly used Young Thug and Winfrey to intimidate or eliminate him. The evidence centered on communications. Phone records showed Winfrey called Young Thug 8 times in the 12 minutes before the shooting. Immediately after Winfrey's first call was to Birdman's phone, lasting during his drive to the hotel where Wayne's buses sought safety. Young Thug's June 2015 halftime video featured Winfrey waving an assault rifle. Lyrics like "Pop him in the noggin" were interpreted as referencing Wayne. Pre-shooting Instagram posts showed threats and guns. All involved claimed Bloods, affiliation with YSL as a subset. In September 2018, a leaked phone call between Birdman and Winfrey surfaced.
Right, they're saying during the call, Birdman is saying, "Time for you to come out here and get your money. You did everything you could do, boss." Now,
and he's calling from jail.
Yes.
Right.
The call was obtained as part of a civil lawsuit filed in 2016 by Alvin Lewis, the bus driver, who sued Birdman, Young Thug, Winfrey, and related entities for emotional distress. Lewis alleged Birdman promised Winfrey approximately $250,000 and a Porsche as payment.
I believe that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Birdman really loves Wayne in that way. I believe that he would not want Lil Wayne harmed in that way, and I don't think he would associate with somebody who tried to do harm to Lil Wayne.
Birdman's camp immediately pushed back. A source told TMZ the call was in no way referring to the bus shooting. It was unrelated business or encouragement. Birdman does not believe Winfrey was the shooter and would never associate with someone who tried to harm Wayne. Birdman denied involvement, vowing to help investigate. Young Thug called the claims outrageous, but the circumstantial evidence painted a troubling picture. Winfrey pled guilty in 2015 to 10 years prison plus 10 probation. The conviction was overturned in 2018 for coercion. He pled guilty again in 2020 to gang terrorism with time served plus probation. In 2024, he pled guilty in the YSL RICO case.
According to Alvin Lewis, he's saying that Birdman promised Jimmy Winfrey $250,000 and a Porsche, and that was for the shooting.
Where's he getting this information from?
I have no idea.
Exactly, man. You can't be believing these second, third-hand sources.
No criminal charges were ever filed against Birdman or Young Thug despite the links. The DA considered but declined, citing insufficient evidence beyond associations. The incident resurfaced in Young Thug's 2022-2024 YSL RICO trial, where the shooting was cited as an overt act of alleged gang conspiracy. A 2015 interrogation video resurfaced in August 2025, where Thug mentions hearing Winfrey was the shooter, leading to snitching accusations. Thug denied it, saying he helped his brother. Winfrey defended Thug as clean as Listerine. The bus shooting transformed the feud from a business dispute into something potentially deadly. Whether Birdman and Young Thug were actually involved remains disputed, but the incident cast a long shadow over hip-hop. The father-son relationship that once seemed unbreakable was now associated with bullets and blood. Building the empire from the trenches. Young Dwayne Carter met Birdman around 91 when he was only 9 years old through some folks in the NOLA rap scene. Some say it was through rapper Lil Slim who was getting money off music back then. Others claim it was Wayne's stepdad, Reginald Rabbit McDonald, who knew the Williams brothers from the streets. Either way, this meeting changed the whole game forever and created one of the most complicated relationships hip-hop ever seen. Birdman co-founded Cash Money Records in 1991 with his big bro Slim Williams right there in Magnolia Projects when bounce music and gangsta rap was taking over the city. They started grinding, independent pressing up. They owned vinyl moving units hand to hand, real street entrepreneurship. The label was all about that raw, uncut Southern street life. This wasn't no corporate boardroom music. This was real trap talk documenting the struggle in bars and beats. Young Dwayne from Hollygrove had bars that you couldn't ignore straight up. He got Birdman's attention by leaving freestyles on his answering machine. These weren't just regular raps, fam. These were survival stories from a youngin' who saw music as his only ticket out the hood. In New Orleans back then, you had three options: really the pen, the cemetery, or somehow make it out through ball or entertainment.
A friend of mine introduced me to Wayne, so when I first met him, he became like my son. Like, you know, in New Orleans, we don't have fathers a lot.
By 1993, at age 11, Wayne signed to Cash Money as part of the Bee Gees with Christopher Dorsey. This made Wayne the label's youngest artist. Their debut album, True Story, dropped in 1995, featuring raw tales of street life reflecting New Orleans' high crime rates. Birdman became a surrogate father figure after Wayne's stepfather, Reginald McDonald, was murdered in 1995. This traumatized the young rapper and led to a suicide attempt at age 12. Wayne began calling Birdman Daddy or Pops.
Just like that father son.
He had all the autistic at 11 years old when he first rapped to me. He was able to flow, able to change his flow.
Cash Money's rise was meteoric. A pivotal 1998 deal with Universal Records for $30 million propelled them nationally. Juvenile's 400 Degrees in 1998 went 4X platinum. The Hot Boys supergroup formed in 1997 with Juvenile, BG, Turk, and Lil Wayne. Their 1999 album Guerrilla Warfare went platinum. Wayne's solo debut Tha Block Is Hot went platinum in 1999 at age 17. Public displays of affection fueled their bond. In various interviews, Wayne called Birdman his brother from another.
I just smoke, drink in the car.
Yeah.
I don't write nothing down, so it's just something I do. I record so damn much.
The 2006 viral photo of them kissing sparked controversy. Wayne explained it as familial.
You and Wayne had like a kiss thing going on.
First of all, my own born son,
Yes.
I would kiss him.
Right.
I know you got a child, you probably kiss him. You probably got a son and you kiss him.
Yeah.
You heard me? I always looked at Wayne as my son, and I always looked at it like, because I was in the streets, and I thought this might be the
Wayne became Cash Money president in 2005 and founded Young Money Entertainment as an imprint. He signed Drake in 2009 and Nicki Minaj in 2009, turning the label into a powerhouse. Wayne's Thaw Carter 3 sold 1 million copies, first week in 2008 becoming a hip-hop milestone.
We got the Like Father, Like Son album coming in, baby.
A 2006 collab album, Like Father, Like Son, peaked at number 3 on Billboard 200 and went gold. The title said everything about how they viewed their relationship. Birdman the Pops, Wayne the Son, together, building an empire from nothing. The hit single Stuntin' Like. My Daddy reached number 21 on Hot 100 and won a Bet Viewer's Choice Award. The song was literally Wayne spitting bars about being like his daddy Birdman, stunting with the same swag, getting to the bag the same way, following in his footsteps. They embodied Southern swagger and that flashy lifestyle, helping define mid-2000s hip-hop culture. The ice, the whips, the whole aesthetic. Cash Money set the standard for rap excess. And Wayne was front and center, the golden child, the proof that Birdman's system worked. But underneath all that success, dark patterns was emerging that most people ain't peep. Cash Money had a troubling track record with its artists. Juvenile, Manny Fresh, and BG all accused the label of playing with they money. Juvenile left twice and sued for $10 million in back royalties, claiming Birdman was living lavish while artists was struggling financially. Manny Fresh, the in-house producer who crafted Cash Money's whole signature sound, dipped in 2005 over unpaid production fees. BG also alleged exploitation, noting Cash Money's roots in street hustling influenced how they ran the business. Birdman had a jacket with arrests for drug possession and ties to some serious dangerous individuals. The label operated more like a street organization than a traditional record company, and that meant traditional business ethics didn't always apply to how they moved. But Wayne stayed solid. While others bounced, Wayne remained loyal. He believed in Birdman. He loved Birdman like blood. He trusted Birdman completely with everything. That trust would prove to be his biggest L.
From day one, I guess I've been blessed to be keeping with the uprise with the music business. And Drake just did $1 million, been #1 for the last 8-9 weeks. Nicki in the lab. I got a little situation with Wayne we got to get in order, but I'm looking forward to doing that.
2012 Universal deal worth somewhere between $100 to $200 million for Young Money advances represented a massive bag. This bread was supposed to fund Wayne's label help sign new talent pay for production and marketing the whole nine. But Wayne later claimed Birdman finessed these funds to cover Cash Money's debts and promote Young Thug as Wayne's replacement, which was crazy disrespectful. Young Thug got signed to Birdman's Rich Gang imprint and was being positioned as the next Wayne, the next generational talent, the next cash cow. Birdman was hedging his bets, preparing for a future where Wayne might not be the centerpiece no more, and Wayne felt some type of way about it. It felt betrayed by the man he called daddy his whole career. By 2014, the delays on Thaw Carter 5 had Wayne frustrated heavy. He felt imprisoned on some real hostage vibes. The album was supposed to drop May 2014, then December 2014, but Birdman kept blocking it, holding it hostage. Wayne couldn't understand why he was moving like that. He delivered the album. It was ready to go, but Birdman refused to put it out. Some folks speculated Birdman wanted to renegotiate Wayne's contract. Others thought he was punishing Wayne for trying to leave. Whatever the reason, Wayne felt trapped in a cage he helped build. The seeds of the most explosive beef in hip-hop history was planted deep. A bond forged in the grimy streets of New Orleans was about to shatter over millions of dollars and broken trust. What started as an OG raising a youngin' would transform into accusations of theft, betrayal, and straight-up attempted murder. The empire they built from the mud was crumbling, and the collapse would be spectacular, public, and potentially deadly on some real street beef type energy. When it all went left. December 4th, 2014 marked the first public crack in a relationship that had been the foundation of Cash Money Records for over 2 decades. Lil Wayne took to Twitter not a private convo, not a sit-down, but Twitter where millions could witness to air his grievances for the world to see. He accused Birdman of refusing to release the Carter 5 that was scheduled for December 9th. He called himself a prisoner and said, straight up, he wanted off the label. This wasn't no vague subliminal shot. Wayne was done playing games, done being patient, done trusting that Birdman would do right by him. He wanted out, and he wanted the whole culture to know it. The tweet sent shockwaves through hip-hop like an earthquake. Wayne and Birdman beefing, the father and son, that's wild, but it was happening in real time. 2 days later at Vice's 20th anniversary party, Wayne told the crowd he was in a bad situation, but would be free soon. The pain in his voice was clear as day. This wasn't just some business dispute over percentages. This was personal, deep personal. The man he called daddy for over 20 years was now basically his captor, holding his career hostage. In January 2015, Wayne dropped the mixtape, Sorry for the Wait 2, which served as both a gift to fans waiting for Thaw Carter 5 and a declaration of war against Cash Money. The tape had disses aimed directly at Birdman and the label that raised him from a shorty. On the track, Coco Wayne spit, "All I got is Young Money, no more cash, nigga." The bar was crystal clear. Wayne was cutting all ties with Cash Money. Young Money was his now. Cash Money was the ops. On January 25th, 2015, Wayne filed a $51 million lawsuit against Cash Money alleging breach of contract for withholding Thaw Carter 5 and unpaid royalties that was rightfully his. He sought to terminate his whole deal and take Young Money artists like Drake and Nicki Minaj with him out the door. Wayne's manager, Cortez Bryant, publicly went at Cash Money, saying Wayne carried the whole label on his back for over a decade, and this is how they repaid him. In a February 2015 Rolling Stone interview, Wayne revealed he and Birdman wasn't even on speaking terms no more, calling the Carter Vibe a dead subject that he wasn't even thinking about. On March 14th, 2015, Wayne dissed Birdman in a Young Money cypher, spitting bars about singing "Hit 'em Up" to his daddy's ass. During an April 2nd, 2015 Jacksonville show, Wayne yelled Cash Money to the whole crowd.
Do you guys still talk, or is it kind of a little resistance right now? Because
I ain't spoke with him in about a month. Maybe about a month.
Tension escalated in ways nobody could have predicted.
What's
We
that?
see each other every day.
Who?
Me and Wayne, we work right next to the door to
Really?
each other at the studio.
Are you serious? So if you're in like Studio A and he's in Studio B, y'all be there at the same time,
Yeah.
and y'all don't talk to each other?
every night.
Birdman maintained the relationship wasn't dead, though.
I didn't never want the music business to interfere with my relationship with my son anyway. I love him to death. I raised him. So that's something I would personally have to do because I don't ever want that because right now it's affecting our personal relationship.
Right.
On May 26, 2015, Wayne dissed Cash Money on ASAP Rocky's M. Dow's, spitting "Ain't no more CM," letting everybody know he was done with them. In July 2015, Wayne signed a deal with Tidal for his Free Weezy album, which had even more disses like "Rest in Peace to the Cash Money Weezy." Birdman sued Jay-Z and Tidal for $50 million over the streaming rights, trying to block the bag. On July 12, 2015, Birdman allegedly threw a drink at Wayne during a Miami performance, which is wild disrespectful. But the real breaking point came when the tension turned violent for real. In January 2016, Wayne and Birdman reunited at Drake's NYE party and performed together, sparking reconciliation rumors that maybe they squashed the beef. Birdman called Wayne his son on stage like old times, but it was short-lived. The smoke wasn't really cleared. On March 28, 2016, Wayne sued Universal Music Group for $40 million, alleging they diverted Young Money profits from Drake, Nicki, and everybody to cover Birdman's debts, which was foul. In May 2016, on Chance the Rapper's No Problem, Wayne threatened labels trying to stop him from eating. He yelled Cash Money at a Denver rally, not caring who heard it. In September 2016, Wayne hinted at retirement after feeling defeated by the whole battle. He accused Birdman of pocketing $70 million from a $100 million advance that was supposed to be his. A judge ordered Birdman to disclose his financial records to show where all that bread went. The public collapse devastated fans who watched a father-son relationship crumble in real time. Wayne's frustration was visible in every interview, every performance. The man who once called Birdman daddy with love was now calling him out in front of the whole world. The empire they built from the trenches together was fracturing, and millions of dollars hung in the balance over all this.
At some point, we're gonna get together. It ain't like we enemies. We definitely not enemies.
Right, I hear you.
In no kind of way. But like I said, at the end of the day, before it's all said and done for me, he's what I came in the game with, and he what I want to leave in the game.
But even as Birdman talked about hope for reconciliation, the situation was about to take a dark and dangerous turn that would change everything and show this beef wasn't just about business no more. The legal battle for freedom. Wayne's January 2015 lawsuit against Cash Money sought $51 million in damages, contract termination, and release from the whole label. The defendants was Cash Money Records Birdman and Ronald Slim Williams. Wayne alleged breach of contract by withholding Thaw Carter 5, even though he delivered it complete. He claimed failure to pay an $8 million advance for Thaw Carter 5 recording, plus $2 million upon completion, with only partial payment made, which is crazy. Wayne demanded his 49% ownership and profit share in Young Money as promised from jump. He alleged no royalty statements or accounting reports for Drake's massive earnings. He claimed no quarterly $200K overhead payments or $1 million escrow for Young Money operations. He accused unauthorized marketing expenses and lack of creative input and approval rights on his own projects. Wayne felt imprisoned creatively and financially stuck in a cage. Birdman allegedly prioritized other acts like Young Thug and used Wayne's success to cover debts, which was foul play. The motivation was clear as day. Wayne carried Cash Money on his back for over a decade, generating billions, but claimed he got shortchanged the whole time. On March 28, 2016, Wayne sued Universal Music Group for over $40 million. He alleged UMG diverted Young Money profits from Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Tyga to repay its own $100 million+ advance to Cash Money. This violated Wayne's 49% stake in Young Money profits and ownership that was supposed to be his. UMG claimed 100% of label performance royalties, blocking payments through Sound Exchange, which was blocking his bag heavy. The lawsuits delayed Wayne's career for years, no cap. The Carter 5 was originally supposed to drop in 2014, but wouldn't release until September 2018 independently. Through UMG, after the settlement finally came through, Wayne felt creatively stifled, leading to public outbursts like Cash Money on stage diss tracks on Sorry 4, The Wait 2, and Free Weezy album going at they necks. In 2016, Wayne threatened retirement, feeling defeated by the whole battle. The dispute highlighted music industry pitfalls like exploitative contracts that trap artists. Birdman's reputation took a massive hit, reinforcing a pattern of artist disputes following Juvenile's $10M lawsuit and Manny Fresh's exit over bread. Court ordered disclosure of how the $10 million advance got spent, forcing financial scrutiny on Cash Money's books. The lawsuits affected Young Money acts indirectly, with royalty disputes spreading throughout the whole operation. Birdman countersued Tidal and Jay-Z for $50 million over Free Weezy album streaming in 2015, trying to block moves. Wayne performed independently, releasing Free Weezy album through Tidal in 2015. Court-ordered financial disclosures led to settlement talks that collapsed multiple times, including in 2016 over Wayne's Rockefeller shoutout that Birdman took personal. Wayne's frustration peaked. Reports suggested he would never work with Birdman again and just wanted his $51 million to bounce and move on with his life. The public beef intensified with Dice's reconciliation, like the 2016 Drake NYE party, then breakdowns again in a toxic cycle. On June 7, 2018, both parties settled amicably, ending years of legal warfare. Court notice of dismissal got filed May 23, 2018, publicly reported June 6 to 7. All parties, including Wayne Cash, Money Birdman, and UMG, reached a settlement agreement. Wayne received a reported 8-figure payout, well over $10 million, according to The Blast, to free himself. Some reports suggested Universal covered it, not Birdman, expecting to recoup through Drake and Nicki profits down the line. The exact bag remains undisclosed to this day. Wayne's lawyer, Ron Sweeney, stated the matter was amicably resolved, but they was prohibited from revealing particulars of the deal. Wayne got fully released from Cash Money with no strings attached. He owned his masters, his assets, his whole music catalog going forward. Future releases, including Thaw Carter 5, would be handled by UMG, directly cutting out the middleman. Wayne's attorney confirmed he is his own man, a man that owns his assets, his music, and himself, which hit different. The settlement cleared the path for Thaw Carter 5, released September 28, 2018. The album debuted at #1, selling 480K units first week, proving Wayne could still dominate. The lawsuits marked the end of Wayne's Cash Money era, but empowered his independence for real. Wayne emerged owning his catalog and creative freedom, something most rappers never get. Cash Money's influence waned heavy. The legal war highlighted music industry traps while allowing reconciliation to be possible. Wayne proved he could stand on his own and still eat. The settlement brought closure to one of hip-hop's messiest separations. Money changed hands, lawyers got they cut, but the real question remained: could a father and son truly forgive after everything that went down between them? The road to reconciliation. On August 26, 2018, at Lil Weeziana Fest, Birdman took the stage with a public apology. He told the crowd, "I wanted to apologize to my worldwide. We're gonna do this till the day we die." The apology came months after their settlement, signaling a genuine attempt at reconciliation.
On to Lil Wayne.
Yes.
What happened was,
It's a lot of moving parts with me and Wayne. And it's important to me that I fix that. I will fix that, and one day, you know, I brought him in the game before his biological still living. I was a father for him.
Wayne released Thaw Carter 5 independently on September 28, 2018. The album debuted at #1 with 480,000 units sold, proving Wayne could still dominate without Cash Money. The project had been delayed for years, but fans finally got what they'd been waiting for. In March 2018, Wayne and Birdman had already reunited at Club Live and Birdman's album release party, showing signs of a thaw. But the Weeziana Fest apology made it official. The father and son were working toward healing.
On some ego, to be honest with you. And I just think, you know, for the business, I ain't gonna let it rest like that. I ain't gonna let the game go when we be on different sides of the coin. I ain't gonna lie to that.
In January 2024, Wayne and Birdman reunited in the studio, ending their 9-year quarrel. The reconciliation appeared genuine. In May 2025, Birdman appeared on Nick Cannon's podcast, reflecting on discovering Wayne, their fallout, and claiming Cash Money earned over $2 billion from Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj.
In a minute, it all gonna self-explain itself, and I ain't come here to explain that. I just came here to be a part of your show, and it's nothing I can't really explain, but in due time, what I can tell you is, at some point in life, you're gonna see me and Wayne working together again.
In July 2024, a Hot Boys reunion at Essence Fest was incomplete. Wayne performed separately after Birdman reportedly barred Turk. Birdman clarified there was no beef, noting Wayne only agreed to perform at his request. In November 2024, the full Hot Boys reunited at Lil Weeziana Fest with Wayne, Juvenile, Turk, BG, Birdman, and Manny Fresh, performing classics and announcing a mini tour. Recent developments showed mixed signals. labels. In February 2025, viral moments from the Hot Boys tour included Wayne cutting off Birdman mid-speech in Florida, saying, "All right, let's go." Birdman appeared to doze off on stage in North Carolina, leading to fan speculation about exhaustion or medical issues.
What do you think about Wayne wanting to leave Cash Money?
I wouldn't know. Only he know what's going on with his wallet and what he's supposed to have or whatever. So I wouldn't know. They've been together a long time.
As of January 2026, Wayne and Birdman remain on generally positive terms. There are no active fights or beefs. Their relationship appears stable, with occasional joint appearances and shared history celebrated in reunions. No new disputes, dices, or legal issues emerged in 2025-2026. They maintain a cordial, legacy-focused dynamic. Public opinion remains divided. Fans on Reddit and X debate whether the reconciliation is genuine or forced. Some celebrate the father-son healing, while others call it fake, pointing to past drama. The tour bus shooting conspiracy theories still fuel skepticism, with some believing Birdman orchestrated it.
Y'all kissed in the mouth, bro, forever. Like that's like y'all are forever known as the hip hop couple who kissed each other in the mouth. Like whenever people talk about weird things we've seen in hip hop and how hip hop has gotten so strange and people are accepting of it, that's one of the things they always bring up.
Other rappers weighed in. Rick Ross released Idols Become Rivals in 2017, directly targeting Birdman for mistreating Wayne. He rapped Catholic record labels, getting boy, Birdman's a priest, and I pray you find the kindness in your heart for Wayne. His entire life he gave you what there was to gain. Wayne reposted and thanked him. Former Cash Money artists like Juvenile, Turk, Manny Fresh, and BG expressed sympathy for Wayne, noting the label's history of disputes. They validated Wayne's grievances while downplaying the kissing incidents as cultural street family affection rather than anything inappropriate.
Lil Wayne did it. And, I remember I interviewed Terrence Gangsta Williams, and he said he hates that Wayne does that, but it's not like he could really say anything. He's like, but that's not us. He's New Orleans, uptown.
I can't stand it. We didn't grow up gangbanging.
The reconciliation softened some commentary, but skepticism remains. Fans note lingering awkward moments like Wayne interrupting Birdman's speeches. The relationship appears functional, but not fully healed. Trust once broken takes years to rebuild, especially when millions of dollars in alleged violence were involved. The aftermath reveals a complex truth. Wayne gained independence and creative freedom. He owns his catalog and controls his destiny. Birdman maintained his empire, though diminished. Cash Money's influence waned as Young Money's stars eclipsed the parent label. The feud exposed music industry exploitation, highlighting 360 deals and recoupment practices. It sparked discussions on artist rights contracts and mentorship turning exploitative. Wayne's victory empowered other artists to fight for fair treatment, but the cost was high. Years of delayed music, a fractured father-son bond, allegations of attempted murder. The empire they built together nearly destroyed them both. In the end, they chose forgiveness over further destruction. Whether that forgiveness is genuine or simply pragmatic remains unclear. Enjoying the content? Make sure to check out the suggested videos by clicking the cards on your screen.